Your smartphone contains the labor of children who should be in school, not tunnel. While you scroll through social media, 4-year-old in the Congo all sack of rock through narrow underground passage. They're not playing make-believe in a sandbox, they're extracting the cobalt that powers your device. The very screen you're looking at connect you to a supply chain drenched in blood, where tunnel collapse bury children alive and their small body are crushed under ton of earth. Every smartphone contain about 8 grams of cobalt. That shiny new iPhone or Android device represent amount of work by children who should be learning to read, not crawling through Andug tunnel. The Democratic Republic of Congo produce 70% of the world's cobalt supply, making it essential for the lithium-ion battery that power not just phone, but electric vehicles, laptop, and the entire green energy revolution. Yet the DRC remain one of the world's poorest nation, with 75% of ETS population living on less than $2 per day. This paradox vast mineral wealth alongside extreme poverty defines the cobalt mining industry. Over 255,000 Congolese work in artisanal mine, including an estimated 40,000 children who earn less than $2 daily while exposing themselves to deadly conditions and toxic substances. The Katanga region in southeastern DRC holds some of the richest cobalt deposits on Earth. Mountains of copper and cobalt are stretched across a landscape that should make the country one of the wealthiest in Africa. Instead, this mineral wealth has become a curse. The mining area are controlled by armed groups who use the profit to fund ongoing conflict that have killed millions over the past 2 decades. Local community watch a foreign company and middlemen extract billions in value while they struggle with contaminated water, destroy farmland, and the constant threat of violence. The average mine works 12 hour days, crawling through Andug tunnel that frequently collapse. These artisanal mine operate with no safety equipment, no structural support, and no emergency protocol. When tunnel cave in which happen regularly, a family must dig through rubble with their bare on to recover body, there are no rescue service. The human cost is staggering. Children a young afore begin sorting ore, learning to distinguish cobalt-rich rock from worthless stone. By age 7, many are working inside tunnel, using primitive tools to hack at rock face. The tunnel, often just 2 à 3 feet high, require miner to crawl on and knees for hours. Respiratory disease from cobalt dust are rampant, with many mine developing hard metal lung disease before age 20. Birth defect in mining community have increased dramatically, linked to maternal exposure to heavy metal. The most horrific tragedy occurred during rainy season when tunnel flood or collapse. In 2019, a single collapse buried over 40 mines, most of them children. Their body were recovered weeks later, decomposed and fused with the cobalt or they died extracting. This death rarely make international news, disappearing into statistics that the industry dismiss as unfortunate accident in an inherently dangerous occupation. The cobalt supply chain is deliberately complex, designed to obscure responsibility. Ore from artisanal mines mixed with industrial production, making it nearly impossible to trace the source. Major tech companies Apple, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, Samsung have all faced lawsuit alleging knowledge of child labor in their supply chain. Court document reveal internal email where company executive acknowledge the problem but claim they cannot control their supply practice. The London Metal Exchange, which set global cobalt price, has no requirement for ethical sourcing. Meanwhile, the industry generate over $7 billion annually, with the value concentrated in processing facility in China and manufacturing plant in the West. A single EV battery require up to 10 kg of cobalt representing years of a child's labor. A demand skyrocket with the push for electric vehicles and renewable energy storage, the pressure on Congo's mines intensify, creating a modern gold rush where children pay the price for our clean energy future. International effort to reform the industry have largely failed. The Dodd-Frank Act in the United States required company to disclose conflict mineral in their supply chain, but cobalt was initially excluded. The EU has similar regulation that remain largely unenforced. Corporate social responsibility program often amount to little more than PR campaign, with company funding small-scale project while the fundamental exploitation continue. Some company have tried to create a clean cobalt supply chain, but these efforts are undermined by the mixing of artisanal and industrial production. The Congolese government has introduced regulation requiring mine to be registered and mine to meet safety standards, but corruption and lack of enforcement mean these rules exist only on paper. Meanwhile, the price of cobalt continued to rise, creating ever greater incentive to expand mining operations regardless of human cost. Your smartphone contains the labor of children who should be in school, not tunnel. The cobalt inside it was likely mined by and in conditions that would be illegal in any developed nation. This isn't an accident or an unfortunate byproduct, it's the direct result of a system that prioritizes profit over human life. As we rush toward a green energy future powered by electric vehicles and renewable storage, we are simply shifting the environmental and human cost from our own community to the most vulnerable people on Earth. The blood in our technology isn't metaphorical, it's the literal blood of children who die extracting the mineral that power our digital lives. What else might be hidden in the devices we use every day? The answer might be closer than you think.